What's up, guys? Ted from Immersion here, and it's time for your Kickstarter Spotlight. I realize this is a little bit late, so I'm sorry. What do I have for you this week? I have, you can't see it because it's off in a tab on another screen, but I have probably like, it looks like 10 or 15 tabs of different Kickstarter-related things, and I'm trying to space them out so that I get them close to when they're actually going to go off, so that they can kind of get that last-minute boost, and that way I can also fit multiples in, because sometimes I have to make a decision right before the end. But what I have for you today is an RPG-related thing. These are Mood and Weather dice by Studio 66. I realize that Mood and Weather dice are probably not your #1 pick of dice, but I find, especially if you have someone like a druid in the party, determining what the weather is actually important, because what if the druid wants to use Call Lightning? And unless you actively have a plan to have a stormy sky, to have them do an extra D10 with their lightning damage, you're not going to have that. So, I mean, I had a magic item that I had in one of my campaigns that was tied to windstorms and things like that, and like, to advance the magic item and make it more powerful, it needed to be like let loose in a windstorm and float up, and you had to go find it, basically, and it would increase the potency of the magic item. So, I'm going to play this video in the background, and this is, I don't know if you can't hear that. This is Andy from Studio 66, and the way he kind of acts in this video, this might be part of the reasons why I'm slightly partial to it. His name is Andy, and the way he acts and goes off on this kind of reminds me of Chris Pratt's character from Parks and Rec, who's also named is Andy, so that could be part of it. But his point is, there are weather dice out there that exist, but those are only D6s. And to his point, I feel like there are a lot more than 6 kinds of weather and 6 different kinds of moods. So, what are you going to get? You get these D12s, which show different weathers: sunny, partly, sunny, cloudy, windy, rainy, stormy, and use it in 4 different climates: temperate, and then it tells you what the different meanings are, what to look at if you're in a jungle versus the Arctic. And then here are the mood dice, what they mean. And because they hit their stretch goal, you're also going to get storm and die, which if you roll a storm, it's going to tell you what kind of storm it is. Is it a blizzard? Is it a hurricane? Whatever. So you get these dice for free on top of that as part of the Kickstarter. How much is this going to cost you? 2 dice, 1 set of weather dice, and 1 set of mood dice is only $10. So that's part of the reason why I also like this. This is just adding something to your DM repertoire, which I feel like it does help to immerse the players if you do have things like weather, if you're keeping track of the time of the year, so whether it's spring or summer. 2 dice, $10. You can get 2 of each for $20. Oh, you know what? You also, looks like you don't get the stretch goals on the base. Let's just confirm that. Storm and dice. Free to backers who pledge for 4 dice or more. So if you want to get the storm and dice to determine the type of storm, it's $4. $30 is 6. 12 sets for $55. And for $90 you get 10 sets, plus 5 of the stretch goals. I don't know really why you need more than 1 unless you're doing it as gifts, which is not a bad idea. They're relatively cheap. And I will also point out that if you're worried about how you're going to, like, are they going to actually get me what I need? If you look in the background here, and I'll go to their website in just a sec, Studio 66, this company here, they have produced 8 other successful Kickstarter dice campaigns. And I actually want to go take a look at their website, because I also really like some of the stuff that they do, and I think it's kind of clever. So, what else do they have? Magic Missile dice. If you play 5th edition, you know that Magic Missile does a d4 plus 1 per missile. So rather than having you to calculate that, they just took that out of the equation, and this is, I mean, this isn't, you don't really need to go out of your way to get these, but these are 1d, it's a 2 through 5, so 2, 3, 4, 5, so it just removes the 1 and adds the plus 1 in for you, so you just roll the dice and then say, oh, okay, you just add up the numbers, and that's the damage you did to the 1 person, or however you divided up your magic missiles. $20, I'm sorry, it's available in 5 colors. Let's go through the stuff here. white, blue, green, or yellow. And you get 5 dice for $20. So, I think the most you would ever need is 2 sets to do to do the max magic missile damage you could do with the 9th level spell. These are the crit dice. They come in red or green. Limited edition crit D20s. What are these? These are on a 20, it has this mean looking skull, and on a 1, it has a pile of shit. I don't know, I just kind of find that really funny. And you get 1 for $20. Available in red or green. Oh, I'm sorry. Set of 5 crit dice. So, one singular die is $5. A set of 5 is $20. That's actually pretty good, because you could get that and like give one out to all your players. I think that'd be kind of fun. This one, another one, healing potions in 5th edition do each die, it's 2d4 plus 2. So this is basically the same thing as your magic missile dice. It's just restructured to have a heart in it to make it healing. So you would just roll the 2d4, since it's 2d4 plus 2, so 1d4 plus 1 per die. Roll the dice, and that'll tell you, you just add it up to get your exact number of health. You get a pair of dice for $10, so 2 dice. These healer dice don't really apply too much to 5th edition, I don't believe. They just have a graphic on the side. They're D8s with just like a potion graphic on the side. And then they also have these elemental dice, which are pretty cool, but I might have another Kickstarter that's a little bit cooler in the future. But basically, you can see here's poison, fire, I guess this is sonic or thunder damage, lightning damage, and cold damage. The 6th face is this. So whatever, if you roll 6 on a fire die, it looks like this. They're calling it their fireball dice set. It's 5 of those dice, 5d6 for $10. You think with a name like Studio 66, they'd sell them in packs of 6, but you would be wrong. You can get the 5 element dice set. I think this is just 1 of each. Yep, 1 of each of the damage types. I'm sorry, that's supposed to be acid, not poison. My mistake. Or was it? Oh, it is acid, so it looks like it should be poison in my... I guess it's corroding the dagger. So 1 of each for $10, 5 of each for $10 each. They also have these sneak attack dice, which is the bloody blade on the... it looks like this is the 1... Or no, Bloody Blade, I'm sorry, my mistake. The Bloody Blade is the 6th side, and the Death Magic, which they're sold out of, is the skull. So those are, I'm sorry, one more time, $10 for 5d6. And then lastly, you can get these for $48, these clip-on drink holders for your gaming table, or a clip-on little dice tray for the side of your gaming table. So those are your options. So anyway, guys, that's the Mood and Weather dice by Studio 6D6. What do you think? Do you think it's worth spending $10 to get a set of dice for moods and weather? I feel like the mood one is one that I would probably not use too much. I mean, I could, but I feel like most of my NPCs are in a fairly good mood most of the time, and my players are just the one that pissed them off. But anyway, guys, there's 5 days to go. They have met their goal. You will be getting this if you do kickstart it now. So, let me know what you guys think, and stay tuned for more awesome gaming-related Kickstarter stuff coming in the future. Have a good one.